What's up, everybody? Ben here. This week's update, I'm going to take down this RZR Pro R 4-seater that I introduced last week, and basically I'm going to kind of strip it down and take it to ABF. All I really intend to do is take off all of the stuff that they don't need, so the doors, the seats, these big wheels and tires, windshield roof, and some other there's like a headliner on that roof, and then some other accessories that are just kind of random on here that are just going to be in the way, and so I'm going to get rid of those. Okay, so I think I'm done with disassembly. There's a few things that I either can't do or can't really get to right now, or it doesn't make sense for me to get to. So, for example, the rear radius rods, those are not going to stay on there. But ABF is going to replace them with some HZR rods, so I don't have those. Obviously, I can't take those off and still drive the car on a trailer. And the cage, I'm not really capable of removing the cage by myself. I have a hoist, but it's not in this shop. That's the only way I would attempt that, just because it's so darn big and heavy. So here it is. I'm basically going to use this opportunity to clean it all up. And then I'm gonna go ahead and service it. I'm gonna replace that air filter, change the oil, do the differential fluids as well, front and rear. And then I am gonna load it on a trailer, take it to ABF. So, bunch of OEM parts here that I am not going to use. These are the Click 6 harnesses. They're retractable from the factory. Well, I think they're called Click 6. I don't know. They're 6-point harnesses, front and rear. And the front ones are ratcheting. I just don't like them. Polaris light bar, rear view mirror, half windshield, trunk, rear seats, full front and rear doors with the interior liners on the front doors. Rear Rockford Fosgate speakers. What else? Just random little parts and pieces. They have a bed liner. I take the bed liner out because all it does, in my opinion, is trap water and sand between the bed and the liner. These are these rear, they're like screen guards that go over those. And from what I've seen, they do a real good job of trapping a bunch of dirt right here in the corners. But anyways, here it is. Going to do some service, or I'm going to clean it first, then I'm going to do some service, and then I'm going to put it on the trailer. Also, I harvested these OEM latches and seatbelt hardware that we're going to use with the aftermarket doors and aftermarket harnesses. Yeah. All right, so just finished the services. It's been a long day. It's funny, I can appreciate working on these Polarises. There's certain things that they do right. You know, I'm used to working on Yamaha, and I like that so front differential, rear differential, and transmission all use the same size bolt and the same torque specs. So that bolt, drain bolt, and that fill bolt are the same size, 8mm Allen head, as the front differential. Fill bolt and drain bolt, and that's the same as the transmission. Let's see, here's the drain bolt right there, and then the fill bolt is that guy right there. They're all 8mm, and they all are torqued to the same value. The only difference between the drain bolts and the fill bolts is all three of the drain bolts have a magnetic plug on them, and then all the fill bolts, and they're all the same bolt too. So it just makes sense. When I'm servicing my YXZs for Yamaha, they're and the R-Maxes, they're all over the place. None of them are the same, and you just got to have like 5 different tools for every procedure. So, anyways, it's kind of neat experiencing that on this RZR. I got the local dealership here, Family Power Sports, had all the Polaris fluids. I ended up not using that one. I used this for both front and rear differentials. I used this for the engine, and then there's another one, I guess, called the AGL. I used all of that. Yeah, that thing. I used all the AGL for the transmission. And this engine takes like 5.5 quarts, so that's a lot of money just in oil for the engine, and that's pretty simple. So anyways, got all the services done. The local dealer did not have an air filter, so I'm going to have to replace that some other time, unless I happen to pass a dealership that has one in stock on the way to ABF. So I'm gonna put a few panels back on this thing and load it on the trailer. So, time to do that. And I would also like to take this opportunity to give a huge shout out to Polaris's YouTube channel for service. You can go to, all I did was just search Pro R rear differential fluid change, and they have excellent, very clear, very short, very quick to the point videos for how to do all of these. They have a front differential, rear differential, transmission, oil, engine oil, air filter. I'm sure they have belt videos. They got all kinds of stuff. But anyways, it's very clear, it's very clean, very professional, and it shows all the tools and the torque values for all the nuts and bolts that you're turning. So be sure to check that out if you're working on these machines. That's pretty much why I'm not even gonna bother walking you through everything, because they got it done, and they got it done right. Here's a little sneak peek of the color that this four-seater is going to be. It's called Illusion Blueberry. It's just it's like a real high metallic blue. This is the powder coat. A friend of mine did his RS1 arms in this color. It really pops, especially up against black. I like it. And then it also happens to be an almost, I wouldn't say perfect match, but it's a very close match to RZR blue that they used on the Turbo S in 2019. So you can use a metallic paint from Polaris up against this powder coat, which is called Illusion Blueberry. And that's what it's going to be. So I went ahead and got these parts powder coated, and I'm reassembling the Nighthawk mirrors now. So that's what it's going to look like. I already got the beadlock rings done and a few other small parts, just because I already had these Nighthawks and I already got some laser beams that I'm going to use. Boom. Those are actually not them. I have another set already boxed up. I've just had some of these parts just kind of laying around on the shelf. And so I'm going to use these Nighthawks and these laser beams already, or for this Pro R four-seater. But here it is, and I'm boxing up a few other things and gonna take them with me. So I loaded the RZR up on my heavy equipment trailer, dropped it off at ABF. They're in Joshua, Texas. It's a little bit south of Fort Worth. And then, not far from there, I picked up a load of picnic tables that I'm taking to America's Oasis. If you like this content about this RZR and you'd like to see the progress of the build, please like and subscribe, or you might be interested in any of the other playlists that we have. Thanks for watching. Bye.